Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the PEMDAS podcast. We're here late after hours.
Woo!
A late evening on the PEMDAS. I'm here back with Wally Gordon. We're changing up this time. He is in the corner.
It's late.
We've got Anthony Sasma right next to him.
Hello.
Say what's up. We got Mr. Derek Rolfe to round it out. I'm Brendan Carlson, and you're about to witness some greatness.
The first ever
NFL mock draft.
2025 PEMDAS NFL mock draft.
There we go.
Let's
get it going.
Let's run it. So what we're doing, basically, everyone has a pick. So I'm picking first, which means I pick first, fifth,
Ninth,
13th. You get the gist.
Wow.
It's the same pick every time.
Yeah.
BK has second.
I got third.
Sasma's third.
fourth.
Derek has fourth. We do that forever. We are giving what we think the GM will do, in our
Or what they
opinion, or what
should
we
do.
should do.
Yeah.
If we were the GM, if we're under the GM shoes, what we will do in that situation.
And we're just doing a fixed one, so we're not doing like serpentine.
Yeah,
so
it's
just
fixed.
Yeah.
No trades.
No trades because we don't want this
just
to
basic
take.
stuff.
Don't want this to take 2 hours, so no trades. You get the gist, and we're ready to jump in. And guess who's on the clock? Play the sound effect. Play the sound effect. Well, I'm gonna do it in editing. I'm gonna do it. Okay, play the sound effect again. We're running it. Woo! Now we're starting. Okay, I'm on the clock with the number one overall pick. That's the big board.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's the big board?
We're using PFF mock draft, so this is not.
Mind,
We
Yeah.
the PEMDAS mock draft board, big board, is
Just
a lot
strange.
different.
It is.
Yeah, this
it
is interesting.
I'm not even. Sorry, what's up, PK?
We have a lot of connections across the entire NFL, so we have a separate guide in terms of rankings wise. You'll see on here, like they have some guys we personally wouldn't have this high.
Yeah,
so
I
using
agree.
our expertise,
Tederick McMillan is not my third best player in the
Yeah.
draft.
Correct.
Yeah, he's my second.
He's probably
Oh,
number
yeah.
one. Okay, I'm not even going to waste time. I'm the number one pick. The Titans, like I was saying before we were recording, if I was the Titans GM, I would have done everything differently this offseason. I don't think their roster is ready to bring in a rookie quarterback, but it doesn't matter. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They need to pick it one at one.
And he's the best player in the draft.
Hey, welcome to the team, Cam Ward.
let's
Bring
go.
him down. Bring him down to
That's
Tennessee.
nasty.
Dude, that's
Bring him to
a
Nashville.
crazy.
Nasty.
Bring him to
go.
Nashville.
Bro, that's a crazy
QB1.
pick.
All
What
right.
if you like put money on that in real life and decided to win some money?
That
on
might be
Campbell?
$1 if you put 10,000 on
Did
it.
you hear his comments legit like yesterday or the day
He said
before?
Ridley's
He
like
said his top four,
Oh my gosh.
his top four receivers. Vegas should take those odds off if they haven't already, because he's already saying
I'm sure
Calvin
they did.
Ridley and Traylon Burks are
Yeah,
the
and
best
Tajay
wide
Spears,
receivers.
the top 4 running back.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sure they took it off already. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, I am on the clock for this second pick here. We've got the Browns. Gordy, do you want to touch the screen for me?
Yeah, what do you want?
I don't need to click on it. So with the Browns, I talked about in my predictions for the AFC. They're one of the worst teams in the NFL, as it's fairly obvious as they're picking this high. They're in need of everything and anything. And with this
Yeah.
position, you get a generational talent. Everyone's been talking about him for years.
Mason Graham.
So with that being said, the Browns should take Travis Hunter
Yep.
at the second overall.
Dun 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 dun.
He's my number one
Yeah.
overall prospect.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
That's not crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm up third with the Giants. I think there's 3 top prospects in this draft: Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Abdul Carter. They don't necessarily need an edge rusher. That's not their biggest
is
need,
true.
but he is so good you cannot pass on him at 3. So I'm going to choose Abdul Carter
Yeah.
for the Giants.
Obviously, I'll do it. It's your pick.
Yeah.
There is an interesting fit because they have Brian Burns, who's basically the same build of player.
Yeah.
And if you have 2 of those guys that are 250,
Well, and they have Thibodeau, though, who's essentially
He's
a third
also
one.
very-
Yeah,
yeah, but he's a little bigger.
a little bigger, but not much, though.
But
Yeah.
two guys who are like 250, 260. Defending the run would be interesting if they're both on the field.
Yeah.
Because they're both going to be like weak side. Then you have 2 weak sides. What are you doing with 2 weak sides?
They'll figure it out.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with that?
What
All
are
right,
you
welcome
doing?
down. Bring him in.
Let's go.
All
Bring him to
right.
New York.
All right.
Derek's
We take
first
him off
choice
the
here.
list there.
If you want me to, let me know if you want me to like fill.
Yeah,
in.
scroll down maybe just a little bit. You know,
I can look by
there's a couple
position
guys
as
that
well.
I'm kind of looking at there. I think there's a big 3 as well, or a big 2 actually, in my opinion. I think that's what it will go though in the real draft.
Yeah, this is chalk
so-
so far.
I think the 4th pick's where you can kind of go wherever.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of different spots that they can go, but I'm kind of going to play it safe. I'm going to go with Mason Graham.
Mason Graham at 4.
Mason Graham at
okay.
4.
All right.
Mason
No
Graham at 4.
O-line help for Drake May.
We're not going to go with Campbell. Nope.
No
He's-
Campbell.
he's-
No
Membu?
line help.
No
No
Membu?
receiver.
Nope.
That's
He's up
very
there.
interesting.
They're solid. No receiver.
Or Drake May.
We're just going to go with that.
Yeah.
Just going to go with that.
My AFC prediction now, Derek. We both picked him to go higher, didn't we? For Pats.
We did. Yep.
Oh
That's
no.
not going to help.
Maybe the defense. Maybe
You
the
could've
defense will
been
carry a little bit.
Genty.
They don't
We'll
need
see.
Genty. No,
We'll
not
see.
that high. Not that high.
I wouldn't hate Genty to the Patriots.
I
I was
wouldn't hate it
thinking
either, but also
Je-
he has no
I was
line
between
behind
Campbell
either. He's
and
a good-
Mason
Yeah.
Graham.
The issue is there's no like blue chip. The closest blue chip lineman would probably be Will Campbell, but I don't even think he's like a blue chip lineman.
That's what I mean. That's why at that
Yeah.
point, they have so many options though. They can't really go wrong.
Yeah,
You can still take best available.
Yeah.
If that's how you view it.
Yep.
you're gonna get
Yeah.
fired. Oh, I'm picking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm picking 5. Yeah. So, what do the Jaguars need, gentlemen?
Wide
Receiver,
receiver.
O line,
Yep.
corner, maybe. What does it say on?
They
PFF
need a lot.
PFF disagrees with me. I'm not going Genty at 5. I have seen someone make an argument that Travis Etienne's on his last year of his rookie contract.
But
So
Tank
you wanna pay him.
Bixby.
Yeah, he's too.
You
young.
do have Tank Bigsby. It would be tough to justify that.
They have other.
Johnny
bigger
Barron's an
holes.
interesting fit here. I actually like him in their defense.
I love him.
but I don't know if you could pick him at 5. He's a good player.
I agree. I think if you really want him, you could trade down if you're the Jags and still be able to get him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
He'll fall, I think, more than he should. He's a great player, but if you're the Jags, you don't take him at 5.
Yeah. The Jags are weird because they do need interior D-line help, and usually Mason Graham would be falling to
I
them.
think Mason Graham's normally going to him. I
Yeah.
know. That's why I want to stir
He
it
He
up.
would be a
Mix
great
it up.
fit for
Mason
them.
Graham's almost
That's
in
why
every single mock draft. He's going number 5.
I almost think you go Membu here. I kind of like Membu. They could use a tackle, man.
They could.
And you know what? I'm doing it. Bring
All
him
right,
down.
I like it.
There you go.
I like
Wow.
it.
Yep. So
Protect Mac Jones.
yep,
He's in San
I
Francisco.
know, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
we've already got an interesting mock. These last 2 picks have really mixed it up. So with this 6th pick, obviously, you know me, I'm gonna have to mix it up again. I'm sure you've never seen this mocked to the Raiders yet. So he's already got his cursor over it. You guys can probably see the screen recording. Generational running back talent. You can decide how he compares to the Saquons and all the rest of the stuff. But with that being said, the Raiders should pick, and I would expect them to pick in real life, Ashton Genty.
There you
Bring him
go.
down.
Great pick for them.
BK with 2 alley-oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are giving it to me. That's fine.
I think this is also an alley. The Jets, their biggest need is O-line. They are so
yeah.
atrocious.
Mhm.
I think Will Campbell at 7 for them is an absolute steal.
There's some interesting guys on the board here for the Jets. You obviously drafted Campbell, but I just want to
Yeah.
talk about Ted McMillan's an interesting fit there.
I agree.
He is.
Ted could be
Yep.
interesting.
I think Ted would be good on
Um,
any team. I think Ted should be a top 10.
yeah,
but
there is
I-
another quarterback still on the board unless you believe in Justin Fields. I guess they paid him $20 million.
I think they should wait. Because I said they'll be the number 1 pick next year, the Jets, and that's when you take Arch Manning. So I don't think they
I
should
respect
take. I don't
it.
think
It
they should
could
take
be.
a quarterback.
As a GM,
they shouldn't reach for. A
You got to
quarterback
think for
here.
multiple years. Even
So
when you
I
might
think
get
Will
fired.
Campbell will be the best pick for them here.
Bring him down to New York. Do.
All right. Panthers, my up-and-coming team this year. My surprise team in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's down to 2 guys. They need some DBs. I think it's between Barron and Will Johnson.
You don't like Tet fitting in this offense?
Then they have no receivers.
They got They got Thielen.
They got
They got the corpse,
they got
the corpse of
guys.
Thielen. They throw him
They
in the red
might
zone.
take Ted might be he'll be available there for sure. They can take him. They can take if they want to go ahead. I'm taking Will Johnson out of Michigan. I realize that's 2 Michigan guys for me.
There
They
you
plan
go.
on it, but I'm going
Will
with
Johnson was
Yeah.
probably
I
thought
like
of
Will Johnson a lot.
before he was like tested, and I mean, even coming out from last year, he was probably people were projecting like top 5 picks.
Strictly on the tape, he's got one of the best. Like,
Oh,
and
he's,
Barron,
yeah.
too,
if he
but
didn't get
strictly
injured,
tape.
he'd be
Correct.
up
Yep.
there higher.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just the injuries. That's kind of the thing that's knocking him.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Shock.
Oh, gosh, not because he's 26.
Tyler
He's
Shook.
19-year-olds.
I'm 9, right?
Yep.
Yep.
The big one. This is a big
This
spot.
is Saints. This
Oh,
could be
man.
big.
I don't hate Shadur, but you
Him
do
at
need
9 is crazy.
Okay, here's the situation that we were talking about. We actually forgot to mention this in the NFC predictions.
Mhm.
Kellen Moore, new coach.
Yep.
Very much an offensive-minded coach.
Mm-hmm.
He probably wants his guy,
Yeah.
Now, question: who would the frick would his guy be in this draft? I don't think it would be Shadur.
I don't think so. He doesn't fit them.
Jackson Dart type of thing.
Maybe, but you're not picking him at 9.
I think the Saints
don't know
should
what
trade back until the end of the first, beginning of the second.
Yeah, in an ideal world,
a good
you
fit.
trade back, or you just
or even Milrow.
sell the team, maybe.
If
mean,
Carr's
at
gonna
that
play
point,
this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carr's going to be, he's not even hurt. He's just trying to get out of the franchise.
Yeah. Also, they say they need a running back. An interesting stat I heard today is Alvin Kamara has never rushed for 1,000 yards.
Wow.
Which is wild to think
Like a
about.
50
I mean,
yards
he's obviously had
receiving,
1,000
yeah.
He's had
on
like-
purpose. But
Yeah, he's probably had 800 rushing and 600 receiving.
yeah.
Oh,
God.
No, please.
Derek's ears are perking up.
I gotta see his age. 25-5. Let's
Oh,
go.
please
We'd
do
get
it.
banned on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not drafting Tyler Shook. All right. I just like don't love the fit, but I feel like they're gonna be desperate for a quarterback, and I don't think they're dumb enough to draft Jackson Dart at 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't hate Dart, by the way, but he's not a top 10
no.
pick.
I agree.
No,
He's not a first-round talent.
And Shadur has traits. I'm going for it.
Wow.
Bring him down.
So,
Fair enough.
Anthony, I know you just said that Jackson Dart's not a first-round talent.
Yep.
I think the man that just went number 9 overall is not a first-round talent.
I agree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think they're both
Interesting.
like early second. You can maybe make
All
a
right,
case
that's
for like
fine,
end of
yeah.
the first.
I
but,
agree.
Like
I think
early
it's a second
second.
round.
I think he's
kind of late.
I think he's a late
second-ish.
first. But
Yeah.
obviously,
Yep.
these guys always get pushed up the
Yeah.
board.
They're
Exactly.
a quarterback. They're gonna
I
get
had
taken,
Bo Nix
yeah.
early second. He gets drafted. I mean,
Yeah.
not that Sean Payton called me up and asked, "Hey, where should we draft Bo Nix?"
All right, so I get the privilege to draft for the Chicago Bears.
Eliu?
It's an alley-oop, but I don't think I'm going to slam down what you guys are expecting here.
I actually don't even know who would be the chalk.
Yeah, I'm
pick.
kind of
But
confused.
so you'll see.
For
It,
them.
Tackles
we'll
are
see
gone.
if you guys think I'm slamming it down. But a rival in our division, we have 3 Vikings fans, 1 Packers.
Give him
fan
Shook.
here. I will treat them as I would treat the Vikings and any team I would ever draft for. At the 10th pick, I think the Chicago Bears in this scenario should pick Tyler Warren.
Oh,
From-
I've been
That's what I
saying that
thought.
too.
From
Interesting
Penn State.
pick.
I
Interesting
think
choice.
getting a tight end in that
Yeah.
offense, dude, they've been running Cole Kmet for so long.
They gotta get
And
him out of
they,
there.
They drafted this basketball tight end like
Yeah.
a few years ago. They were
Oh,
showing
what's his
basketball
name?
highlights.
Adam something.
And-
Right?
Adam Shaheen.
Adam Shaheen.
Adam Shaheen.
So it would be nice to see them actually take a talented tight end.
Wasn't
and
there a
be able to put
year-
on the field.
Not to cut you off, sorry.
No, it's
Wasn't
all
there a year they drafted like 4 tight ends or something crazy?
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I can
it's
see
a
it.
sad decade
I
for
can see
them.
Well, it's like the
honestly.
Vikings.
Let's go.
Vikings with
I love it.
corners. With corners, we just spam it until you're right. And if the Bears do that with tight ends, spam it till you're right. I think you'd be right taking Warren here. He's one of the best tight ends I've seen draft wise in a bit. Not Brock Bowers,
Better than Kyle Pitts?
but well,
No.
In the
He's not
NFL, I
better
think
than
he
Kyle
will.
I mean, he might be in the NFL.
Well, you said he's
but
one of the
Kyle
better-
Pitts
he's one of the
was
better
a better
ones.
prospect.
Well, one of the I guess
Do you think would
one
you
of
have him
the better
higher
tight
than
ends.
would you have him higher than like Brock Bowers or no?
no. That's what I said.
Okay,
He's
okay.
not a Brock Bowers. He's not a Kyle Pitts.
He's the
But,
best since last
He's
year.
the best. No, the best since last year. There you go.
But he's the third out of them, and it's by a significant
Dude.
margin compared to the 4th person.
Also,
Yeah.
Colson Loveland, one of my favorite players in this draft.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a beast.
Some people have been picking him above Warren, which I think is crazy.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not
pick as
crazy.
one.
They're just different, like skill set.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's your preference, which I think the Bears would benefit the most from Warren.
Warren
you're
could
never-
also literally be a goal line quarterback. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
crazy.
if they have if they're on the 1 yard line, if they don't want to hand it off, I mean,
Dude,
Give it
what if
to
the tush push isn't got rid of?
E-
And then
exactly.
Tyler Warren runs tush push.
Yeah,
it
he would
could
run
be,
it every
yeah.
time.
Wow.
He was
Yeah.
their designated goal line
Yeah.
running back, basically. He just jumped over
and they
the.
had 2 stud running backs too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Who's the 11?
I have the Niners.
Oh.
I absolutely hate the 49ers. So I want to screw them over, but
Oh,
I won't
no.
do that because it's not what we're doing. I mean, they need. I think D-line probably is their biggest need. So if you want to go see who's there, I guess give them Walter Nolan.
Walter
don't know,
Nolan.
Don't know a whole lot about him, to be honest.
All right,
He was
let me
a-
tell you
he
couple
was a
things
top
about Nolan.
prospect,
Yeah, he
wasn't
was
he?
the number 1 prospect. He was 1 or 2. It depended on
Out
where
of
he
high
was.
school.
Him
Yeah.
and Travis Hunter were 1 and 2.
Okay.
He's an absolute explosive freak on the interior. Insane athlete.
Okay.
He's inconsistent. I mean, he's got like the normal inconsistencies you see with D linemen that come in.
Yeah.
High pad height,
Started at Texas A&M,
inconsistent run
right?
defense.
Wasn't he at Texas A&M? I think
Possibly. I don't know if he
was, yeah.
transferred. But yeah, he has crazy pass rush upside. He's not a bad run defender. It's just they all have these inconsistencies. A lot of these guys, you look at a guy like Kenneth Grant in this class too, same deal. inconsistencies in the run. And Kenneth Grant really doesn't have the pressure numbers that like a Walter Nolan had.
Mhm.
That's why Walter Nolan's raised higher. But yeah, I really like him. I
Give
wish
it to him. Yeah.
if
there
the
we go.
Vikings were somehow in Nolan range, that'd be sick, but they're not. So
I think this is perfect for the Cowboys, though, at number 12.
I think so, too.
They finally had Tet fall to them. I think this could happen in real life. I like the pick for them. I mean, they need a lot, though. They're in a bad spot.
They're in a really bad
as a
spot.
franchise.
yeah.
Obviously, they have a generational talent on the line over there with Micah Parsons, but Tet's going to help him out. He's going to help CD a little bit. Hopefully, CD's still on the team after next year because I could see him just
contract
requesting
up?
a trade.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so there's some, inside that franchise, there's a little bit of hostility. So I'm going McMillan on that one.
Yeah.
Ted
Great
McMillan.
Yeah, I've seen, like you said, if he does fall this far, I think they run up to the podium and take him. I've seen mocks where they trade up for him. So
Which is valid.
Which
I think he
makes
should
sense,
go
too.
top 10.
It's a good player.
But him
He's
at
a great-
12
he's
is
a
a
great
great
player.
pick for
Oh, yeah.
them.
I don't know if there's like prospect fatigue with him, but yeah, he's getting dropped a little bit, and I don't really
I think
understand
he's
it.
been analyzed super hard because everything makes sense too much, like physical wise. And
He's
all
too
that.
good.
Yeah,
They want to
I
break
guess
him
that's
down.
what some
He's
people
not
think.
too good. But
You can nitpick with these guys because when you're at the top of your position group, you're gonna get ridiculed.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
thing is, like every player, like Justin Jefferson had crazy nitpicks. Now he's
Yeah.
the best receiver in the league. Like things happen.
To go number 12 overall as a receiver is still good.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
it's
a
not like
beast. He's a
getting
beast.
knocked, really.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
top end speed, but again, like it doesn't matter.
It's all about fit, too. He'll fit that team really well. I think.
I scrolled down on accident. It's me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Dolphins really need O-line. I could also see a corner here. I don't love a lot of the... I mean, Jade Barron's here. Actually, I love that for their defense. Actually, I'm going Jade Barron.
Yeah, that's good.
I've also seen mocks, and I've just thought about it myself too. Like with the Dolphins, you kind of just got to take what comes to you. I mean, you got some certain spots that have issues, but if you get the chance to get a corner like that late,
Yeah, he's a
That's
beast.
pretty
And he'll
good.
fill in a lot of, like, Javon Holland. I mean, they're not, like, exactly the same player, but Jade Barron's a very, like, plays at a bunch of different positions, similar to Javon Holland, who they lost to the New York Giants. And I think you can throw Jade outside. There's questions if he can play outside just because he's small and length and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
He'll make it work.
he's a beast. And he'll be elite in the slot if you want him as a slot defender. I think he could play a little safety if you want him
He
there.
could, yeah.
He's a great player. I love Jade Barron.
Well, yeah, like him and Johnson, like I was back and forth with who I was going to take at number, what was it? Whatever it was, to one of the top teams there.
Yeah,
number 8, I
Number
believe.
8, yeah.
I mean, he could go 8 or he could go 20. Like, he could go anywhere in that range.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on the clock here, and I've got the Colts at 14. So I've been deciding between two guys here that fit two needs. It really depends on how I want to build this Colts identity, right? Like, do I want to bolster one side of the ball versus the other? Spoiler alert, I'm not taking a special teamer. It's
Really?
either defense or offense. But with my 14th pick here, I'm going to take another tight end.
Let's
I'm going to
go.
take Loveland.
Loveland?
How about
Yeah.
Richardson?
To help out,
They need to do
to help
that,
out
yeah.
Richardson. I do think if Warren falls that far in the draft, he'll be scooped up there.
That'd be amazing for them.
I think Warren would fit them a little better, but I still think Loveland could work very well for the Colts offense.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that. Because Colson Loveland's never going to play in line, basically, unless they somehow think he can bulk up.
Yeah.
He's purely like a big slot runner outs tight end, but he's a beast at it. I mean, he's like the best receiving tight end in this draft. So
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Andrew Luck on his decline, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind.
That's a different timeline. That's a different timeline.
that's
a different
timeline.
universe.
Dude, we're in the bad time.
Imagine if that was the case for the Colts. The Colts, the last 5 years, are just dreaming of that still.
Well, yeah. I mean, they
Richardson
probably,
actually gets time to back up and improve.
I had to throw that in there. Yeah.
yeah, dude. If Andrew Luck is still around, do you guys remember the Andrew Luck tapes? Any of that? Like how beautiful of a prospect he was.
He was.
I don't want to get too
was
lost.
better than
He was
Lawrence.
generational.
in my sauce.
They
man,
didn't
but
know line.
I genuinely think Andrew Luck was the greatest QB prospect I have ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Because we're old, but we're young at the same time. We're 24 or 23 years old. So if you think about it, we've only been watching since childhood,
2008,
right?
maybe?
2007,
8-ish,
to
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
understand what's going on. You can say you watched
This
since
year-
you were like 4. You probably your dad probably threw you in front of the TV.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but you didn't recognize what's going on. But Andrew Luck's the best QB I have ever seen prospect wise. So I wish he would have been able to still be playing today.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, Colts fans. Didn't mean to do that to you.
Yeah,
Right. You're up, Saz.
I am up. This is interesting because I think a receiver would be great here. You know what? I think I'm going to go with a receiver here.
Going Ekbuka, maybe
I'm going to
Burden,
go with
Golden.
Emeka Egbuka.
Oh.
I'm higher on him than most people are. I know people like Matthew Golden a lot. I don't think Matthew Golden's all that good. I think he's
We
disagree.
We disagree.
I have Golden higher.
I have Golden.
Most
Okay.
people do know. I think he's a little overhyped just because he ran a 4.29. If he would have ran like a 4.31, I don't think people would have him up in this range of the draft.
I completely disagree.
Like, he disappeared so many times during the season too.
No, but man, you look at their offense. Like
He has so many bad drops. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Golden. Emeka Egbuka is the most solid, highest floor, reliable, pro-ready receiver in the draft. Not the highest upside. He'll never be like a Jefferson or a Chase, but he will never he won't bust. I don't think there's any world where Emeka Egbuka busts.
well, there's always at least one.
There's one
There's
universe.
one.
Andrew Luck retired.
Yeah.
That's a
There's
weird universe.
But yeah, I disagree with Golden, man. I also don't. I think he's got good hands. I think he does the little things really well, especially route running, release. He's more of like a refined prospect than you'd think for a guy who ran a 4.3 or 4.2. I mean,
Yeah.
Who's playing 16.
That's me.
I just wish you would have shown it more.
Yeah. I got 16. I got the Cardinals. This is a spot that's tough because I think they can either go best available because Malachi Starks. I love him. He's been 3-year starter at Georgia. I mean, he's
Beast.
a really good player.
Yeah.
But just for what they need, probably a safe pick maybe. I would go Mike Green, just a safer pick for them.
Get him an
not
edge.
gonna hit a home run. I was thinking about Grant, but I didn't want to go 3 Michigan guys, so I did not
That's what
go
I
with
said.
Grant. 'Cause I was gonna do it, and I'm like, I can't do that one. So I'm gonna go with Mike Green. Haven't seen a lot of him, but he is pretty explosive on the D line. So.
Yeah. One of the best bend explosive guys in this
athletic
class.
guy,
Yeah.
yep.
Beast. I love Mike Green.
Under-recruited. Yep.
Yep. One of my favorites in this class. Oh, it's me. And I picked for my second favorite team, the Bengals.
The Bungles.
They're not the Bengals anymore. Yeah, so the Bengals need a lot of things. Do we just say screw the defense?
Oh.
Just pick a tackle or guard?
Oh.
Probably
Well, there's not a ton of. I mean,
Yeah, there's a couple guys I
this
like.
is a
though.
weird spot though. Yeah.
I think Shahad Campbell helps them a lot.
I think so too.
Like an off-ball linebacker would be nice. I honestly don't hate even like I don't want like James Pierce. Oh, Jalen Walker's gonna go higher. Ooh.
that's who. So I was gonna take him for the Cardinals, but I didn't. I was thinking about it. I did not go. with
Yeah,
that.
you got to go Jalen Walker.
I would
here.
take-
He's
yeah.
too versatile, too explosive. I mean, your defense is already bad, and he's a project.
Yep.
It's fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would take him there if he's there.
Walker's my top pick. That was still available right there.
Yeah. A guy who's pretty versatile. Like if you need him, he can do a little off ball. I mean, he's not great at it, but he can do it, and it's sort of like a Dallas Turner situation. He's not as good of a prospect as Dallas Turner, I would say, but he's still got like that kind of bend, that edge, explosive potential that you're looking at to project, and you know.
Him and Williams were good for Georgia last year. I mean, the last couple years.
Yeah.
Both outside linebackers. So.
All right, now I'm back up, and I've got the Seahawks at the 18th pick. So they've got a new QB back there. This individual obviously showed in the last few games that he needs to be able to stand upright for a little longer, not have to worry about being pushed in the pocket. So I'm going to get him some help on the O-line here, and I'm going to take
Love it.
Very much needed.
Booker.
Oh, Tyler Booker.
Yes. I like Booker a little more.
Where's he at?
Rolling away.
Yo,
Did I miss him?
Oh,
maybe
man.
there's no.
Oh,
what a read.
What a read.
I think he's a good guard, man. An Alabama guard, bro.
In Sasma's or
It's not
Sasma.
Saban anymore, though.
In
It's not
BK's defense.
Saban Bama.
Booker fits their offense a lot more than like. I mean, Gray Zabel's a zone run blocking scheme guy. I just think Booker fits them better.
And PFF has some weird rankings.
Yeah, PFF does have weird rankings sometimes.
Yeah.
They rank him at 47.
You guys can just say I'm washed. You guys can just say I had so many layups and dunks to start. I finally go a little off schedule, and we have to scroll down the whole PFF.
Bro,
list.
Alex Leatherwood 2.0.
Yeah,
I
dude,
had
I
that-
know.
I was watching number 4. Mason Graham.
Mason Graham's crazy.
I have the Bucks. I don't know a lot about the linebacker position, but I know Jahad Campbell is very good. We briefly talked about him. I think he's
a beast.
Goes to the Bucks. They need linebackers.
Love Jahad Campbell.
I got a hot take. He's not the best Alabama linebacker in this draft.
Really?
Oh,
you know who it is?
I don't.
Tumiwali. Tumiwali.
Wow.
Look him up.
Never heard of that
All right,
guy.
so we're not being serious. We're joking
I'm
around.
dead serious. All right.
He's just a silly guy.
Oh, yes. The Broncos. I love this team, led by the best quarterback in last year's rookie class.
Paxton Lynch.
Brock Osweiler. All right, Trevor
Trevor
Nix. Never mind.
Case Keenum.
Mr. Bo is going to get some help with my second favorite running back.
Oh, he's going
Amari
to be
Hampton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Contact balance
Amari
king.
Hampton. I love that. Perfect pick for them.
You didn't want
Cam
Scatterbo?
Scatterbo's the third-ranked
Scatterbo.
running back in PFF.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Holy.
That's kind of makes me feel a little
That's
better
why PFF
about
is
about
fine.
my
I heard
pick.
that Henderson died. Yeah. Like, what? All right. Got to take him off here.
That's crazy.
Yo. Huh?
What?
I got to
talking
take him off my list.
You had Henderson on your list?
No, Hampton.
Hampton.
I think
Well,
Trevor
Henderson's on my
Henderson
list.
is...
Henderson's the first
Well,
round
that's what I'm
talent.
saying.
I think he would have been a better fit on the
You think
Broncos.
Travion Henderson's a first round talent?
Yes.
End of it. Yeah.
I think Hampton would have been amazing.
I think he's like
early
early
Henderson on the
mid-second.
Broncos.
I love Henderson.
Henderson's elite. I love him.
Hampton's slightly better.
Hampton's better. He fits their offense better. Contact balance king, bro.
True.
Gordy, you're in a big spot right here. Number 21.
I am. Oh,
This is a big one.
I'm not drafting Jackson Dart, dude.
Oh.
Taking on the quarterbacks.
I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers comes to his senses and decides that he doesn't want to sit around, and he will sign with the
I have
Pittsburgh
heard
Steelers.
that he's had a lot of like personal troubles with his close family members and friends and stuff
Yeah.
lately. So it's been kind of
Doesn't surprise me.
affecting his decision if he wants to continue playing or be with them.
I did
So-
see his statement come out. He said
Yeah.
something nice-ish. It was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm 40."
So people are gonna hate him because he's
Correct.
trying to help out those in his inner circle.
Correct. You
But
can already
people
feel,
always hate.
You
Aaron
can
Rodgers.
feel the wince from Derek. Gordy's like reminiscing. Like really
I'm
thinking
deciding
about,
what I want to do.
Okay.
I actually like the guy.
I don't.
I'm just so
Yeah.
over the diva part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, just make up your mind. Do you see him on McAfee? I mean, another competitor. I'm not going to speak about McAfee's show, but
Yeah, that's our main competitor.
I'm not really going to speak on them actually. But
He's got about 99.9% market share. We're about 0.1.
Gordy, are you
Dude, I don't
scrolling?
even-
You're not taking that one guy?
Because I have a couple options. I like Josh Simmons a lot. He was actually he tore his ACL or
Rip.
something, some season-ending injury. I should
That's
probably know
not
that.
fun.
But he was working out in 5 months after it, and he was doing workouts for teams. So it looks like he might be ready to roll. And he's a beast. I love Josh Simmons. Calvin Banks is really, really good. I like him a little better at guard. He doesn't have the length issue that Campbell does. He's got good length, but he's a guy I like, but I don't love. Calvin Banks.
Oh,
Oh man, I don't really know what to do here.
Derek's cheesing over there. Derek's cheesing. He's ready to judge.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just happy about all the people that are listening here on minute 31 of this podcast.
Hey, if you're listening, I'm at minute 31. Leave a like on the video. If you're listening at minute 31,
You're
Thank
a real
you.
one, man.
drive over to my
thank
house.
you.
Okay, man.
My social security. Okay.
All right, never mind.
No,
Bring him down.
Let's go.
You got
Your
Dart.
option.
Oh, that's crazy.
And
That's
immediately,
good.
Aaron Rodgers is asking to be released.
Yeah.
One of
I think honestly, if Rodgers does go to the Steelers, I think Jackson Dart's the perfect pick to go behind him.
It is.
Then
It's a
he'll
good
get a
pick,
year or
yeah.
two to sit, learn from most talented quarterback of all time, have the Jordan Love treatment. It'll be great.
One of two quarterbacks that I got as a first round pick, first round grade.
Aaron
go.
Rodgers?
Tyler Shuck
No.
and Jackson Dart.
Yep, Tyler Shuck
That's
and Jackson
hilarious.
Dart.
That
That's
is
a hilarious list.
absolutely insane.
What's your grade on
And I did
Cam
have Ward. I actually had
Ward
Ward,
isn't
so I
a
had
first
Ward.
round
I took him
pick?
off. I had Ward.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot about Ward. I forgot I took him off. Right
We can
away.
almost put that in the title.
What's
Cam
your
Ward not a first round pick?
What's
Oh my
Shador's
gosh.
draft ranking for you?
I
For
only did
round
top
picks.
32. I got him in end of second, early third.
Okay.
That's so bad.
Let's
I'm
go.
serious.
I know you're serious.
All right.
Okay,
Brendan?
I'm up. I have the Chargers now. We talked about him on the AFC predictions for the odds. We expect them to improve a little bit with this draft being very important. And Gordy's already scrolling down, and I think he's staring at something that would make a lot of sense. And we've already got a moan. So he must not like this guy as much as the other guy who is up above. But with that being said, bro's pointing to the above. We've got dings going on, dude.
The comments are blowing up.
And all of our comments, dude. You guys are already on our live stream. You guys are already asking me to make the pick. All right, enough talk. Chargers are gonna take Matthew.
Bring him in. That's a great pick.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
Does bro like? Yeah, you like Luther more?
Yeah,
of course you do.
I like Burden.
I do too.
He's a head case, but yeah.
Is he a head case?
He's my third of the receivers.
Yeah.
He's got a head cold or something?
He is a head case. Okay, at the Packers. Funny how that worked out. If I was smart, I wouldn't have picked Ibuka for the Falcons to let him drop. But here we are.
There's a receiver on the board.
We will not take Luther Burden. He's not Packer material. He's
What's that mean? So he's not wide receiver three?
He's
He could be better than a three.
Also, yeah, he's a receiver, so we will not draft a receiver in the first round, and he's a head case. We don't draft those guys.
What if Dontavian Wicks was on the board right now?
We don't draft head cases. The team that drafted Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. That's like
so
the perfect one.
Let's go to corners.
Look at some corners. There's
Yeah.
Trey Amos on the board. What do we got? Siobhan
Yeah,
Ravel's
he
here,
is.
probably. Benjamin Morrison. Dude, they got Ravel.
Okay, yeah,
Whoa.
there he is. Siobhan Ravel.
Bring him
That's
down.
my guy.
Bring him down.
6'3"
Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Corner. Okay, yes, he was hurt, and he might miss a little bit. But if we still have Jair can play. He'll probably get hurt, and then Chevelle can step in with Nate Hobbs and have elite corners. I think it'd be great.
I actually do like Ravel.
I like Ravel a lot.
Good length.
6'3" corner, great length, great speed.
Good instincts.
Good instincts. I mean, could work a little bit on some play recognition, but I'm not a corner scout, so I don't know.
You know, a few years back, this purple and gold team drafted a safety out of Georgia by the name of Lewis Seen.
Oh.
That didn't really work out too well for us.
Draft him again.
Try it again.
We're drafting the second version, the upgraded.
Bring
the
it down!
Punch version of Lewis Seen. Malachi Starks.
I would be so hyped if this happened.
I would be so hyped.
There's no way. There is no way it
You
is.
guys
No, there's a
definitely
way.
wanted him to fall.
I love that.
I didn't allow him to
Safety.
fall, honestly.
The issue with safety is
Safety
the
so
value is
high.
lower.
Yeah.
So they don't really get drafted super duper high unless it's like Kyle Hamilton.
That's perfect for us, I think, if we take that.
That's a good pick for you guys.
I like that one.
Yeah, Malachi Starks, dude. Flores gets his little fingers
Just
in him.
imagine.
Hey, yo.
He's going to be playing
Opens his
D-line by the end
mouth,
of it.
tickles
yeah.
his throat a little bit.
Oh,
You let him in.
man.
He'll be playing DN by the end of the season.
Bring him in the off.
He'll be on the
He'll be
Metellus
playing-
diet.
Oh,
He's got
Metellus
Josh
diet.
Metellus.
Gosh.
Put the Metellus graphic on the screen. Where
Yeah,
it says
do
he played every
you know
position.
Josh Metellus plays every position? I'm sure you've never heard it on a broadcast before.
Dude, they don't
He's
even know
bad
who
at
Josh
them all.
Metellus is.
Well, but any of the people
Casual.
like Minnesota people we know.
Oh, yeah,
Casuals.
we know.
Only casuals don't know Josh Metellus.
All right. Gordy.
Oh, it's me.
Yep.
I always forget what number I am.
Every Gordy pick. Wait, it's me. Oh.
The Texans. We need O-line help bad or receiver.
Really
but
bad.
A lot of these receivers that I like.
Dude, you got to take the one.
Burden?
No.
They gotta go O-line.
Didn't they just get Christian Kirk?
Dude, that's a huge pickup.
Bro.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know.
That
there's
is
a ton of
nothing.
I do
bro.
think. I do
but,
think.
like, you don't draft a receiver for.
They shouldn't go
That's what I
receiver.
mean.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
they
to.
should.
Spoiler alert, I'm not going to go receiver.
I really
Let's
do
go.
think you guys are forgetting what they also did. They also traded for Ed Ingram to fix their offensive line. So I don't know if
Oh
you
my
should take a guard here because they've got Ed
They got
Ingram
him.
in the room now.
Dude, how did we get draft picks for Ed Ingram?
and we
Dude, I
used
don't
that
know.
pick to trade for Jordan Mason.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
We flipped the Ed Ingram pretty much for Jordan Mason.
Dude, how
That's
is
crazy.
that?
Let's go.
I'm better than Ed Ingram.
Yeah,
Honestly.
throw him out.
All
there.
right, well, bring in Kelvin Banks. I was going
I was gonna say, how is he
Yeah,
still
that's a
available?
good pick.
Yeah, he's good. He could fall this far. I could see that.
Yeah.
But Josh Simmons, I like more than Banks as a prospect. But I think you got to go a little more safe, and I like Kelvin Banks as a more safe pick. They need help basically at all 5 spots. They still have Tunsil, so they have one.
Mhm.
I mean,
What about Ed?
a little older. Put the mask on. Put the gas mask on. We're bringing Kelvin Banks
Hey,
down.
Yeah. I think that's like one of the most obvious lineman picks in the draft, I think. Or like teams that need an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Stroud needs help.
This is me, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the Rams here. We expect them to have a good year. I don't know if it was unanimous, but I personally have them winning their division. They're not favored to win their division, so I guess that could be a little upset-wise. I think they'll beat out the 49ers, and to be able to do that, I think they should take. Let's give them a tackle here. We'll get Josh Simmons in the room.
Okay.
Joshua.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I think their defense we saw, especially D-line wise, like they're doing pretty well in that room. They got rookies that they had this last year.
They're bringing Kenneth Grant,
so
just trying to become the
just
Eagles.
To take value wise, take a tackle there. I could have seen corner there too as well, but
yeah,
I
agreed.
don't think so.
But I don't hate the pick. I like Josh Simmons.
All right, I'm up next here for the Ravens. I think this guy has fallen a lot this year. I don't know if it's really deserved. I haven't really caught up a lot with him, but I'm going to go to the Orange State and James Pierce Jr.
Gosh,
I think
That's a Raven.
Lions are kicking themselves right now.
He seems like a Raven.
That's a Raven.
Jeez, I had him going next.
Yep.
All right, go to linebackers. Let's check some outside linebackers here.
Oh, you want edge or what?
Yep, some edge. Scroll down a little bit.
Ezraku's a good player. He's still here.
There he is.
Nick Scorton, Michael Williams.
Shamar Stewart.
Another Bulldog. Give me that Georgia guy.
Yeah, I like
Williams.
that pick. I like that pick, actually.
I like him.
The
too.
Bulldogs.
Been going a lot of Wolverines, a lot of Bulldogs, a lot of winners today.
A lot of winners, yeah.
But here's my top available player right now. And I think Pierce was going to be that one, but Williams is still solid.
Yeah.
This is my last pick of the draft, right?
Yeah, this is our last
Yep,
picks.
we're on our last picks for already.
Now, the Commanders, obviously, you just made a run. And you still have a lot of needs, honestly, for a team that just made a run.
Ooh.
And
Yes, I
if
see someone.
Marion Hampton is here, if Hampton was here, he's probably my immediate pick. I really like a new running back in the offense, but I think because the draft is so deep at running back, you might have to skip on that for now. You could draft Burden, but you just drafted Debo, which is like a fatter version of Luther Burden.
Yeah.
So you probably lean off that. I don't hate Gray Zabel. I don't think they run a zone blocking scheme though. Oh boy, this is an interesting team.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way Kingsbury ran that last year with them. Who's the new OC over there?
It's still Kingsbury.
It is still Kingsbury?
Yeah, I think. Fact check on the screen right now. No, I'm not bringing in a receiver. I can't do that. Dang, this is a tough pick. I'd probably just go edge here.
Yeah, makes sense.
Dominant.
Bring
Dominant Ezraku's still here. Bring him down.
I
would have.
Welcome to Washington.
If Hampton's there, that's my dream pick for the Commanders. I think he would make waves on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you're kind of in a position where you just went to the conference championship. You're kind of picking like ahead of schedule almost. You didn't expect to be this good. So if you kind of get like a less valuable position, but that's like a prettier, like a fun pick, I do think that would still make a good impact on that offense.
If they can get Quinshon Judkins in the second round, that's their perfect running back at that range. I think he'd be elite on that team.
Yeah, he'd be good.
All right.
Bills?
My last pick of the draft is with the Buffalo Bills. So I will be picking someone that fits them pretty well, I would say, with how their defense would like to be ran. I think at pick 30, in this current scenario, the Buffalo Bills should pick Trey Amos.
I actually, honestly, I had him I was like, this guy is a Buffalo Bill. He looks like a Bill.
I know.
I don't know why.
Zone coverage too. That's the type of scheme that they mess around with. So I think it'd work pretty well. Little nice match in heaven.
Yeah. I think they probably, in this scenario, they probably would really have wanted Michael Williams or Ezraku, and they both got drafted right before.
Yeah.
Any
of those three, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Pierce,
well, I don't know if they'd like Pierce, actually.
All right. I have the Chiefs, and I'm going to pick a player that is the best run blocker in the draft. Someone who's not fumbled in 3 years, something that their head coach and quarterback would love as well. Someone who would excel at RB screens.
Oh, you're
Someone
perfect.
that
I
can-
think I'm a lineman.
I know. I was like, what do
Yep.
you mean? A lineman doesn't
Oh
fumble?
boy.
Cam Scott.
Cam Skep. No,
Bring him
we're gonna do Travion Henderson.
Wow.
My second
wow.
best running back, second favorite running back in the draft, just
So-
ahead of Hampton.
So what happens to I mean,
Pacheco's on his last year, and he's always hurt.
Yeah,
and, then no one else
and they
behind.
kind of demoted him.
I don't hate it
Yeah.
either because I
'Cause
mean Hunt
they
is
don't-
old and
Hunt's
slow.
old.
He
Pacheco's not a good pass
Yeah.
blocker.
I just
at
feel
all.
like their O-line, though, maybe
Yeah,
needs.
that's
But,
just-
I mean,
But
they can
he's
still
the best
snag
pass
some.
blocker, so
Yeah, I think this.
pass blocking running back, so
Yeah.
that helps him out.
If you are the Chiefs and you don't draft a lineman here, you really have to be confident that you have a guy in the building that's
Yeah.
fine right now.
All right, to close it off, Eagles, they always seem to draft the best player for some reason, and I hate it. Can't stand it.
Bring in Burden.
You read
Yeah,
my mind.
yeah,
You
Actually?
picked it. You did.
I
Yeah.
would.
Luther Burden to end the.
That's crazy.
They're
How
drafting
about
a
their mid
receiver?
quarterback?
Honest, I do think they're going to take a receiver. Yep.
Okay.
Well,
I already
if
clicked
we're
it,
doing
so-
trades, though, I think they're going to trade out of this pick. I don't think that they're
Grading
going to be
the draft.
drafting someone.
I don't think.
Oh, they're
they
going to
do.
grade our draft.
Oh wait! Don't click that yet. Finish what you're saying.
Okay.
there.
I
gotta
don't
look
think
at
they're
both.
going to draft anyone at that pick. I think they're going to trade it. But if they were to have it, I think they'd take a receiver.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
if Burden's still there, you
What
gotta
do
take
we
it.
get?
We don't
What
get
is
a
our-
grade. We
what
don't
is
get a
our
grade.
grade?
We don't get a grade.
We had to
because did all
subscribe.
of them. Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
But
Well,
you can
here's
see
like
our
the
draft
image.
here.
Look at that.
Look
All
at this.
right.
Not even chalk either, because immediately Mason
Immediately, first pick. All right, guys, let us know in the comments which one of these picks was the nice best value.
What was
and
the
which-
worst
pick?
Which one did you just immediately say, wow?
Which
do
one
they
made you
even
click
know
off the
ball?
video?
Yeah, and if
Which
you're
one-
watching and your team made a pick that you disagree with, you're definitely right, and you should comment that.
Yep.
Give us
Yeah.
individual grades too.
Oh yeah, rank who are the best
Oh,
draft 1
we
through
like
4.
that. We like
Please.
All right, so your homework for today,
that. Thank you, students.
Yeah.
Teacher of America.
But yeah, this was a great time. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching till the end of the video. We did a lot in terms of all 32 teams. We went through with all 4 of us. It was a lot of fun. Thank you again.
Just want to say welcome, Malachi Starks, to the team. Welcome.
We'll leave it at that. Talk soon.
Sounds
See
good.
ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.